Okay, welcome to Getting to Know Mojo. This is episode 10. I'm Mike Taylor.
And I'm wacky crazy Billy Bobcat Thornton.
That's Jordan Rogers. Welcome to the show. We're on episode 10 now. Did I say that already?
Yes.
Ah, sweet. Well, you just got told twice, motherfucker.
Double told.
We're
like
already-
when your mum goes, no.
We're already more explicit than most of our other episodes.
What about the time?
Like, well, yeah, because we said fuck in the first, 20 seconds.
Did we?
Yeah, I said fuck.
Did you?
That's 4 fucks now. It would be like a parental advisory.
I think most of our episodes have to have that explicit on it.
Yeah, it bugs me that they don't, and I don't know how to change it. So I'm going to have some words with Apple.
Oh.
Message Steve Jobs. Be like,
Do a seance.
Dude, right, Steve, this is the 6th time that I've emailed you. You have yet to get back. I understand that the first 5 were vicious hate mail. But this time I actually have some genuine...
Can I go to your house? And I get the feeling that your mate Yanni would be interested in doing this. And doing a seance to summon up Steve Jobs just so you can get angry at him.
I would be incredibly keen.
Would you be in for doing that?
Yeah, I'd be like, here, Steve, right, you had cancer, right? I know that that's a sensitive subject for quite a lot of people, but it was very treatable, and you thought, instead of actually getting treatment, I'm going to meditate and do yoga and drink herbal tea.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Are you sure he didn't seek treatment? I know
Yes,
he did some
didn't.
wacky things. He tried to be
didn't.
a fruitarian.
Well, right, okay, he didn't seek genuine treatment. He took alternative medicine, which is not medicine.
Homeopathy. Do you know what they call homeopathic medicine that works?
What?
Medicine. Just call it regular medicine.
I like it. Yeah. So, what were we just talking about? Oh, you were talking about your... before we started recording, we were talking about your author name.
Yeah, I need to think of a good pseudonym.
Yeah.
But, see, there's a long history of authors that are women using men's names, like George Eliot.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a girl. But I would like to flip
Was her name Georgina?
I'm going to be an arsehole and tell you I don't know her real name. I'm reading her book Middlemarch right now, and I just go, yeah, George Eliot, and I know that's not her name, but I can't. And as we know, there's even more famous modern authors. J.K. Rowling, famously, is a woman. But
yeah, but I wouldn't say that.
Jack Rowling, that's how I read it. Jack Rowling read these. And then on the inside cover, there's just a very effeminate man. It's Jack Rowling. It blew my mind when we did that second episode when J.K. Rowling was a woman. All my life I thought, that man's shit.
She is from Scotland, isn't she?
I don't know. I know she lives in Edinburgh.
I want to say she is.
She lives in Edinburgh. I doubt she is.
I really think she is.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think she lives definitely in Edinburgh, but I don't know if she is.
Sean Connery lives in Edinburgh.
So does Dylan Moran. So do loads of people.
Edinburgh's a cool place.
Pissed me off when I was there.
It's although I think it's it is to Scotland
I'm going to hear this in a minute. It's to Europeans.
No, it is to Scotland what light mayonnaise is to mayonnaise.
I don't like either mayonnaise, so...
Well, right, okay, but this analogy might not work for you, but there are people listening right now who are like, yes.
He's on the money.
He's got it right.
Taylor, 2016.
There are some people who just get things, and this guy is one of them.
Gets it. He understands me, Dad!
I love Edinburgh. Edinburgh is probably my favourite city in Scotland. Best place in Europe, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so Edinburgh.
I get the feeling you're being sponsored by Edinburgh. The Edinburgh Tourist...
Mike, this podcast was sponsored by Edinburgh City Council.
The Edinburgh Tourist Board is just like, we've got castles, we've got the French, we don't have enough.
They've got that giant chair.
We need a niche podcast to tell the people about us.
Spread our legend.
We need a very fringe podcast to tell people about Edinburgh and how nice it is.
I actually made a list of the top 5 places in Europe the other day, and I can't quite remember it. But
why don't you write anything down?
I write a surprising amount. I just forget to write stuff down, which is really annoying because I normally I have my notebook and I normally carry it around with me.
Do you ever? Because we were talking about at the end journalism. I'm interested in hearing about journalism, But if there's ever like a queue somewhere, do you just like whip out your notepad and just go press, journal, and then try and get to the front, just ask questions, and then realize like, oh, can I get this, and what do you think about fucking Syria or something? No, meal.
No, but I'm really tempted
Should
to
start doing it.
that,
If ever there's a queue for anywhere, just go member of the press, and then they'll just let you to the front and go, oh wow, okay.
Yeah, right. Top 5 places in Europe: Edinburgh, Glasgow.
Sounds like Scotland, Mike. Are you just naming places?
Some remote Scottish Isles. The Iron Brew Distillery, like factory where they make it. I don't know, right? And I really like Berlin.
Wow, okay. Because of David Bowie, obviously.
No, because of David Hasselhoff.
You can just leave. No. I hate
I've been looking for freedom.
people liking David Hasselhoff.
I've been looking so
You really should think about getting...
searching for freedom. I don't know.
You should really get in my car. That's another of his songs. He's trying to chat up this girl to get in his car, and they're just like, no, fuck you, Hasselhoff. You should really think about joining the SNP.
It's searching for freedom, because it's like, and the search goes on.
And then there would all be people from East Germany going, what the fuck are you searching for freedom from? You spoiled prick.
From European aggression.
The war of European aggression.
Actually, I think that, what do you think? Right, okay, here we go. Going on to news. What do you think about Britain staying in the European Union?
I was trying to get to that about you joining the SNP.
Oh, really?
Because that was a big deal on the independence vote.
People
were going, will Scotland be in the EU? And you would have been able to solve that instantly by going, no, the EU can be with Scotland. And then you just name off the best places in Europe, and they go,
actually, I can set that right for you, because that's an inaccuracy. The question wasn't about whether or not Scotland would be in the EU, it would be whether or not Scotland would join the EU immediately, because like that brought on a lot of extra questions, like because a term for joining the EU is that you have to take on the euro.
Mm-hmm.
So that was where the question about staying with the pound.
I had a better way of dealing with that economic problem.
What, just make up a new currency?
No, better than that.
We go back to florins.
Better than that. It's so...
We use space money.
No, better than that.
Okay.
But for it, we need to hear some history.
Okay.
Right, the Icelandic kroner or some shit. Okay. I know the Sweden used kroner, but I can't remember what Iceland's money is.
Okay.
Iceland or Greenland, one of the two. One of those crappy little Icelands.
Mm-hmm.
Their like gross domestic product was lower than how much money is exchanged for Disney dollars in Disneyland. And then
you already used Disney.
Hold on. And Iceland wanted to go on the back of the Canadian dollar and use that instead. But because of how much money gets pumped into Disneyland every day as the Disney dollar, I think you should be able to track the Disney dollar on the stock market. Scotland should have just went, you know what? We're going to use the Disney dollar. That'd be much cooler.
Well, it's like...
That would have been incredible, because people... In America, your Disney dollar is only useful in Disneyland.
Yeah.
But then all these people who go to Disneyland and then they've got like fistfuls of bloody Mickey in the end of their hand, they'd be like, I can't use this anywhere.
I've just paid the equivalent of $40 for a packet of crisps and a hot dog.
Yeah, I've now just got paper. This is worth nothing back home in whatever state in the US they're in. Scotland could go, got Disney dollars
in Nebraska.
Get over here, and then imagine going to work and like looking at a £20 Mickey, and it's just like got Mickey Mouse on it, or Minnie Mouse, or Pluto, and then your change would be, that's 20 Mickeys, you get 5 back, you get X amount of what are there, Chippendales? That'd be the coins. Disney money. Scotland should have been like Disney money, and then the better together.
Who would be on the 100?
I don't know. Walt Big
Disney,
Walt
himself.
And then the people in the better together camp would have just been like, I'm not touching that. I'm done. Pound, euro, they've solved it. And then you would have like people in the north of England going, we went on in this Disney dollar thing, and then eventually the entire world would start trading the Disney dollar, and it'd be the greatest world of all time. It's a dream.
So long as Robert Downey Jr. is on the 5.
He's not.
He would be Iron Man.
Nah, that's Marvel money. I know Marvel they own Marvel. That means shit all to me.
Anyway,
that's what I would have done to the economic thing.
Right, go back to the European Union. the EU would have like no grounds to not let Scotland join.
I can't see why they wouldn't, because the EU is quite lame, so they'd probably be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, basically anyone in Europe can join the EU.
Yeah.
If they're not shit.
And nobody's shit. There's people waiting for you.
Are they?
I don't know. Yeah, just come in. Oh, we've got fans.
Oh, we've got viewers.
We've got live viewers.
Live viewers.
Do you want to describe
in
them?
the studio? No, that feels really weird. But like, what were we just talking about?
Disney Dollar and blowjobs.
Disney Dollar. Wow. Disney Dollar and blowjobs.
Disney Dollar and blowjobs. I think that you should join the SNP. That's also what I'm
Oh,
getting.
I have a redaction. Is that what we're calling?
You retract. You don't redact.
Yeah, that's the one.
Redact is a military term.
Is it?
Yeah, it's if you shoot a lot of civilians that then have to redact it.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I retract. Last week we talked about the pill. Is that right?
Yeah, and you're wrong. Or
I said that so many in every packet are placebos, which is true. But the reasoning that I gave for that was stupid, and I don't quite remember. It was something about like dosage, dosage strength. But I was just like talking about my arse there.
Yeah.
So
because each time you get the pill, they only give you one anyway.
No, they give you the month's worth.
Oh, you mean like people who take the pill, like the morning after?
No, like the daily pill.
Oh, I've never went
the birth control
with anyone that's done that.
Really?
Never in my life.
It's really common.
Not for me. It's not.
It's supposed to be really good for them. I can't.
Here you go, women. Have pills. They're going to be great for you.
Like, it's supposed to like
that's some Bill Cosby talk. That's some hot Cosby nonsense going on there.
It's supposed, from what I've been told, right? It's supposed to regulate like stuff, right?
I still think that's not a big deal for me.
Can I finish my statement? Right. It is the last 7 in every packet are placebos, and apparently that's so that you can take a week off, but keep because you're supposed to take it at the same time every day, but you can keep your like routine. I don't really get that.
I think I might get it. 7 period. There you go.
Oh right, okay. Right, okay.
That might be it.
Right. I thought you meant like 7 period, like full stop.
No. I mean like period. Like what's that? Oh, alright. What's going on with that situation there?
Maybe.
No, I've never.
Stacey, yeah.
I've never had anybody who.
Stacey explained it to me last week.
And you're like, thanks, Stacey.
Yeah, but it was just like a message out of the blue, and I was like, what? And after about 5 minutes of just like staring blankly at it, I was like,
Yeah, experts know when to tell you to fuck off.
But that could bring up an interesting segment.
Go on.
Is a medicine corner.
Stacey doesn't want to come on. Now does Alex. I do, however.
Alex does or does not?
Doesn't. She's too shy. She doesn't like want to hear her voice.
That is a big like uncomfortable thing.
Okay,
for not only me but for most people.
I don't like hearing my voice. I'm hearing it now and I'm already like, ugh. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm also able to just get the fuck over it. But Alex,
see, I wasn't for the longest time.
No,
it wasn't until this where I managed to sit down and actually listen to something.
I think it's because of your routine.
Maybe, but then I can approach it from a like producer perspective.
Okay.
Because I feel like the producer.
Okay, cool. You can just take all the credits if you want. No, Alex.
I just sort of like sit you down and go, right,
go for it.
Yeah, speak.
I hate bulldogs, Mike. They're fucking shite. They just don't even look like bulls. They're not even got like little horns, and you put red in front of them, they just stare at you. Fuck bulldogs. Fuck them all. And I don't like goblins either. I don't like them.
Well,
don't like goblins.
Okay.
I know someone that does, but I don't like them.
He's a creepy bastard.
He's weird. What a freak. I've got like a possible guest that might come on because it's Alex's friend Nicole. She's from Bulgaria.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Mike. Before you ask, she's smoking. But her and Alex were staying up one night, and they were in the living room, and Nicole put on Gangster's Paradise. Now, I don't know what Coolio is saying in that song. There's a few songs I just don't understand what they're saying.
When I hear Gangster's Paradise, I always think the lyrics to the Weird Al cover of it, Yamish Paradise.
Again, I don't know what I think it's actually the tune, like the music, that throws me off the lyrics, because there's certain songs I just don't know what people are saying. Yeah. And Nicole lip synced it and sang it perfectly, and then they recorded it, but her way of doing like Gangster's Paradise is like so overwrought and crazy dramatic. Like she's got moves and everything. She's going to stick it on YouTube, but I'm also going to be sending it to some musical theatre dicks that I know, because this girl should be on the stage. She's so dramatic with Gangster's Paradise.
Can't contain this.
And I was going, can I genuinely send this? And she was like, totally. And I said, can you please come on and talk about Gangster's Paradise? And
just that one segment.
Yeah, pretty much. She started singing Gangster's Paradise last night in front of me and Alex. And again, I didn't know what she was saying. It's the music. I can't. Right. Because Mikey Knight, here he comes.
The weekly story.
He can sing. What's it called? That Celine Dion Titanic song.
My Heart Will Go On.
He can sing it. He knows all the words to it, and as soon as he's singing it, I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I just completely lose all track of what he's saying. There's some songs, I just hear them, and they're not speaking English to me.
Surely you can rap some songs.
Yeah, but Gangster's Paradise.
You do Coco Brown.
This is Coco Brown, but it's not rap. It's some songs I just don't know what they're saying, and it's really strange. I don't know why I can't figure. I just can't hear all music. I guess that's it. Hashtag can't hear all music.
Okay, so what have you been up to this week?
Well,
not much.
No, that's not true. I can tell you what I got up to today.
Oh.
We were meant to do this earlier.
We were,
and I fucked up.
I asked if we could do it earlier, and Jordan was like,
"I agree,
yeah,
100%.
yeah, definitely can." And then,
Soz,
bro, my iPod's more important than you. Steve Jobs is fucking struck from the grave.
He's jamming with his dick. That's essentially what you could get at. You can.
The Ghost of Steve Jobs is Follow Me Around. Oh my god, that would make a beautiful TV show.
The Ghost of Jobs.
Ghost of Steve Jobs, Follow Me Around.
Print it. I'll write that.
I actually wrote a TV show once.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was part of my creative writing program at school in America. And we all had to go and write a script for a basic TV program.
Public access from.
So I had the really good idea of, well, what I think is the really good idea.
Everyone thinks the idea.
It was of these 5 extremist communists.
Whoa,
right, so in America,
extremist communists.
Yeah, extreme communists. And they were part of like a top secret military program.
Of course.
And the way that they were gonna, they were from a nondescript communist country, right? That was obviously Russia.
One of them just old commie red-eye countries. I hear you. One of those old places that only eat turnips. I hear you.
Yeah.
Cabbage
right.
soup.
Nondescript enemy of America. Right.
Nondescript language of Vodka.
Vodka is good. And the way that they were gonna like take down democracy was by breaking all the inane laws that states have. So the first episode was all about them going whaling in Oklahoma, right? And for those that don't know
is Oklahoma landlocked?
Yeah. For those that don't know their American geography quite like I do, Oklahoma is a landlocked state that doesn't have any great, like, specifically large lakes
or whales,
or whales. So they're like wandering around and they're thinking like they're doing the fucking God's work, you know? And the security people are just like, the fuck, get away from me, you creepy bass. So yeah, I wrote that, and I was really proud of it.
It wasn't picked up though.
It wasn't. No, we had I was part of it's like a film club.
Okay.
And we really wanted to go out and record it, but it was just such a nightmare because I had like 9 or 10 people in the cast.
That's all right. I'd love that. I'd love to shout at that many people.
It was just a nightmare trying to get everyone all together.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess so. It's harder to do that now. It would be harder for me to get hold of 10 people and everyone to be free in order for me to shout at them, because I've got a really good short film that I know Jamie's in to do. I think I've already told you about it though.
Is that the Josh?
No. Okay, these are just ones I want to do, but again, I don't want a big camera, and Alex usually has the Uni's good HD zoom in on that guy's ball sweat camera, but I don't want to like take it in case I break it. But also, I don't know how to operate it, so I could ask her to be that, I guess. But I
always go to Aberdeen as well.
Yeah. Reading out of this filthy purple
and white wasteland.
Purple Prince University. I can't believe you go to the University of Prince. You lucky fuck.
Prince?
Yeah, Prince.
What about him?
This is like essentially his uni because it's all purple and white.
Oh, right, okay.
It's full of tasty babes too.
Tasty babes.
Speaking of tasty babes, another one just came in.
Yeah.
They're just like recording.
We are. It's currently open day at RGU, so people are walking in and out of the radio, not the radio studio, but they're not coming in where we're recording. So
yeah.
If we get distracted, I can't be fucked editing this, so.
It's kind of weird because there's glass and it's like we're exhibitions at a zoo,
fish tank.
So people are just pressing their faces up and going, "Can they hear me, Mum?" And it's like, no, they can't.
Tapping on the glass, dance, monkeys, dance.
There was a dance like, can they hear me, Dad? No, they're podcasters, honey. They don't. They are not trained.
They live here.
It's one-wayed glass, honey. They can't see us.
It's just like somebody puts their hand up to the glass, we get really violent.
I want someone to put their hand up and I'll just like do it. Be like, just tap against the glass. Can they hear us? No. And then your techie friend Alan comes in with a stun gun, starts jabbing us.
Down, boy, down.
You're like, no, sponsors.
Do any of you work for Squarespace?
Does any of you have a sponsorship? Sponsor anyone. We don't care.
Oh God, please. I
just want some money. I don't want much.
It costs money to host these online.
Do you know Hillary Clinton's emails? It's like that, but our server's bigger. The amount of hate mail we get.
And we actually don't get. We don't even get mail to get hate mail.
I mean, our fans are shite.
No, don't do that. I love you guys.
Did you put the last episode on YouTube?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering because that's, I think, where a lot of people might stumble.
Well, it's got 5 views.
Oh, that's bad.
So I think most people have moved.
They've moved to iTunes?
Yeah, which is good.
It's good, but then the regular pleb on the street won't know about it.
How?
Well, like, think about it. If we were just YouTube-centric, then people that liked us would be like, oh, they're on YouTube. Now they're on iTunes.
Yeah, but surely iTunes is a easier medium.
Yeah, maybe, but, like, I don't know how... I don't know. I really don't know.
Because, like, you don't even have to go into the iTunes store to find us.
No?
Yeah, you just go, like, subscribe to podcasts and then copy the URL.
Times and wonders.
Speaking of that, go like us on Facebook.
Yeah, please. As soon as we get 100
Facebook.
likes.
I'm really...
I'm going to get something.
It's at facebook.com/get into the Mojo.
.com. I completely forgot what I was going to talk about. Oh, my short film. That was
short film, that's what it was.
Yeah, I've got a good setup. It's semi a horror because there's a good theory by, I can't remember the director's name, but he was bitching and moaning at one point because Guy Ritchie, he was moosing about, and he noticed that the biggest directors in Britain at the time were essentially Guy Ritchie and Matt Vaughn, who are shite.
Okay.
And he was like, every young person in Britain who wants to be a director should be commissioned to make a small horror film because a horror film's quite it's good technically wise.
You need to have a strong sense of atmosphere.
Yeah, and you also need to be able to make someone scared, which is hard. It's quite hard to scare somebody.
Especially if they're prepared for it.
Unless you're Keith.
My
word.
Oh, don't be mean to Keith.
Not being mean, kids have came up to me crying because Keith said stuff to them.
My mum knows about Keith.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah. My mum's just come back to Brazil.
And your dad just goes, "I've not got time. I don't have time, son. Just."
Yeah, my dad did stay.
I've got my fishing. I've got to go fishing. I've got to go fishing. Like you left.
He went to play golf. That's
you left your rod at home, Dad. I'm fine. See you later. He's just leaving the room. You're like, Dad,
bye, son.
Speak to me.
Bye, son. There's beans in the fridge.
There's beans and garlic bread somewhere. Just feed yourself. A heart doesn't need beans, Dad. It needs a love of your father.
Who's that?
I've got to go, kid. I've got to go. He's at the pub with his mates. There's this weird guy in my house. Keep calling me Dad. Graham, your dad's name. Graham. That's
Graham.
Mike. What? I've got to go, boys. I've got to go.
Son.
Got to go fishing.
That's it, son. Fuck off, son.
Fuck off, you awkward face shake. Get out of my noise.
Right, I would like to go on record and say that my dad is genuinely not like that.
He's a nice person, I hear.
He is. He's he's an absolute sweetheart. I remember.
It's quite weird though that you still try and collect father figures from other men. You're constantly hanging around Kieran and Steve, just being like, just acknowledge my accomplishments, please. And like them, they're just going, I've got to go, son. I've got to go.
Gotta go. Fuck off.
Oh, there's projectors.
Go back to baskets. Yeah.
I'm finished work.
My dad, he's actually a total sweetheart. Like, I remember one time when I was maybe about 16, I had just. It was around the sort of same time that I got my first girlfriend. But
this is going to be a heartbreaker.
But like, I had been like, I really like you, and she was like, nah.
Yeah, you're alright.
No. So
she just shot you down.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, so she did become your girlfriend eventually.
She did, yeah.
She gave in. She's right to
It was the persistence.
That's Mike Taylor's advice to boys out there who can't get girlfriends.
Actually, she does like this podcast. She does like us on Facebook. So
That's
I don't know
sweet.
if she listens, but
she hate listens.
She hate listens. I wonder if they ever talk about it. No.
Well, here you are, Iona.
We're fine, by the way, right?
Not anymore, you're not.
Not anymore.
I'm going to spread some shit.
But so essentially, yeah, she had been like, no. So my dad, like, he took me out to the pub, and
when you were 16.
Yeah.
My fuck, your dad is a proper Scottish dad.
When he sat
How
me
to
down,
deal with
and I was
emotion.
like a vegetarian at the time, right?
So disappointing.
So yeah, he sat me down at the bar and he's like, right, son, what you want for lunch? And we just sat and he had his pint and I had my kind of iron brew. It was a really sweet memory.
That's nice.
And then like the guy, like one of his mates came over and he was like, here, why are you not eating meat? And then we got into like a 40-minute discussion of why don't eat meat. And my dad was like, get him, son.
Fuck him up, you veggie.
You don't get any protein, so you're weak as fuck.
Stick a celery stick in his arse. Go. It's like, Dad, it's not protein, it's B12 I lack. And it's like, well, whatever. Eat algae. There's B12 in algae. That's true.
But anyway, right. I was speaking to my mum, and we went to see The Martian.
Okay, like it?
Have you seen it?
No.
No. Well, I had quite low expectations.
Although you liked the trailer.
I did really like the trailer.
However, you really hate women, so there's women in the film. So
surprisingly few women in the film.
There's 2 or 3, isn't there?
There's
big names though. It's got the shitty.
It's got
Catherine
that ginger
Mara.
lassie.
That's Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, Kate Mara and yeah.
Kate Mara's crap.
It's got some NASA lassie as well.
Some who?
NASA lassie.
NASA lassie.
NASA lassie.
It's a good term.
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm a NASA lassie.
And she's the one that first finds him.
Yeah, I can't remember her name in the book.
I can't remember it. But Abby something.
Women, Mike. Who needs it?
Right. I thought it was.
I've heard good things.
An okay watch, but forgettable overall.
Yeah.
I think Matt Damon was on point.
You think he was good?
I think he was really good.
It's because he's having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think he was in his. I think he was really in his element.
Yeah,
and I like Matt Damon as an actor.
I've heard that a lot of people have been going. It's good. It's just like quite fun. It's quite upbeat. Again, the music's quite upbeat. He's
surprisingly upbeat.
Well, that's
he has a really good sense of humor through the whole thing.
That goes for the book. Yeah. But again, like I know that you're meant to take it as just a bit of fun, but I think with some of the problematic areas of it, and they don't address them, that kind of is like pulling out.
I like the
pulling out before busting.
The way that they rescue him just seems so far fetched. I don't dislike unrealism.
Shit, but you need science fiction. That's playing it as science fact.
Yeah, it's totally playing it like this is science and this could totally happen. But
are you a bit like maybe because you're not?
I'm not totally into
space
science.
Engineer.
Well, there's parts of it where I'm like, yeah, okay, but I don't know what the makeup of a spacesuit is. But I don't want to give anything away.
Well, the thing is, I get right. As soon as I have the premise of The Martian, because it opens, I'm not spoiling anything, you get stranded on Mars.
Yeah.
but he's impaled by something. Does that happen in the film?
Yeah.
Right. And then it pulls out, and it's like there's like a self-repairing bit in it, or it like shuts off that wound.
The suit.
Yeah.
He gets punctured by like an antenna, and because he doesn't take it out until he gets in, that seals the suit.
I'm kind of okay with that.
I am okay with that. But there are other stuff later on.
There's other stuff with his helmet and specifically.
Oh yeah,
but
that's in the trailer.
To be fair, Brian Cox, the astrophysicist, was like, "No, that's legit.
It's legit.
That'd work." But
your suit would have a limited air supply.
Yeah, I know, that was the things that in the book I went with. There's like a lot of things the suit can do, and you're like, that's a very clever suit. But I go with it because it has to be near future, because we can't go to Mars yet. So I'm willing to accept quite a lot of the book and by proxy the film.
Yeah.
But again, because it's not the film's not discussing the bits I want to, I'd probably watch it, and even if I like it, which I imagine I will, because from what I've heard it's just solidly made, I'd probably leave it and go, that was quite fun, but I wish it was had more balls on it. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to win any Oscars. I don't.
It's too early anyway. You don't win anything November to February. Unless you're Boyhood.
Even then.
Then you win the Oscar that nobody cared.
I just, it's... To me, it was a film that you can watch and will enjoy, but I'd never watch it again.
Not going to make your end of year.
No,
I am surprised that October is my month that I'm most interested in seeing some films.
What's coming out?
Sicario. Coming out tomorrow, so I'm probably going to see it tomorrow or next week. Crimson Peak, because I like Guillermo del Toro. Big fan of del Toro. I want to see MacBeth, even though I went on record saying I hate Shakespeare.
I went to see MacBeth.
I like Fastball.
So we sat down, and it was fine. And then the film started, right? And I have never studied Macbeth.
Yeah, okay.
I got really into. We did The Merchant of Venice in school, and then I did.
See, Macbeth is one of the.
No,
Othello was good.
Hamlet. Maybe it might have been Hamlet.
I have like 3-4 Shakespeare plays that I actually think are quite good, but you need to adapt them by someone else. The core texts are shite, so if you adapt them, they're better. That's why I see them. Oh, it's your boyfriend.
That was Max.
Does your maybe girlfriend know about Max?
I think we did talk about it, actually.
She was like, I'm not going to have to share this guy. Again, I always pick the gay guys. Always pick the gay guys.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so the film started, so I've never studied it. And I can get it. I get what they're saying. But it was passages from the play. Yeah. And it was really convoluted. Fucking all that tissue rustling. We'll mute your mic. No, you're fine. Just trying to blow his nose, and this is just poor.
If I blow it, it'll like people in fucking Uzbekistan will hear me. So,
we're sitting, and I was like about 10 minutes in, I was just like, holy fuck.
You're like, well, just go see Minions.
No, so I turned around and I was like, did you study Macbeth in school? And she's like, nope. Did you? No. Like, cool. Like, kept on going, and a couple of minutes later I turned around and was like, are you getting what's going on? And she was like, a wee bit, not really. No, I was like, sweet. She went, what about you? Like, same.
It sounds like you've had fun, actually.
Yeah, it was good. We ended up leaving half an hour in. But, like, my justification is not only do I get films for free, but I would need to be in the mood to sit down and watch it.
Okay.
Like, I had sort of thought it would be like not a modern telling, but modern English. No,
that's what I was getting at. Like, I really like Coriolanus, which is Ralph Fiennes' film he directed and he starred in. Right.
Like Tom Hardy was...
No, he wasn't. It's Ralph Fiennes plays Coriolanus, and
Tom Hardy did not Broadway, like a stage show of it.
He might well have been, because
broadcast not long
fucking
ago.
Shitey grandpa skin Kenneth Branagh has played Coriolanus right now in London. His face looks like a rusted tit. So
not Tom Hardy, fucking Tom Hiddleston.
Oh yeah, he's done it. He did it as well. Yeah. But the film's brilliant. The film's incredibly good. It's set in modern time,
Right.
But again, it does what you were speaking of, where they just take passages from the book. And I have a good ear for oldie English anyway, because I have to study, I don't really get a choice. But I like it just because it fits better. They change a few bits and it makes it better. But that's like something that people who like Shakespeare, because people are indoctrinated to like Shakespeare, they think they have to do. Just change the dialogue up. Change it up so we can hear it.
Like it's the way my one criticism from Fair Enough, the half hour that I have seen, right, was that they sound like they're reading. They don't sound like they're speaking.
That's the problem with every Shakespeare play, is every Shakespeare film is that they sound they're reading, and that's because Shakespeare was a bad writer. All this stuff sounds like that people are talking. I don't like plays anyway, but a problem with playwriting...
The importance of being earnest is good.
Whatever. The problem with playwriting anyway is that whenever they read passages, it sounds like they're reading it. Whereas you don't get that problem in film. It's unless the film's bad. Then you get that feeling.
Yeah, right at the start. Like, I'm not spoiling anything, so I only saw half an hour of it.
Everybody dies.
Everybody did.
Everybody did, because it's Scotland in the picked times.
Yeah. So Macbeth comes home, and you get the impression that he's been away from his wife for a while. Right.
Because he's horny.
That's what you'd think.
Me, Macbeth, you dirty.
And he's just been given ownership. He's the Thane of Glamis. Yes. And he gets given ownership of Thane of Fife.
Right. That's essentially a duke to our majority American viewers. Yeah. And they won't know what a duke is either. So that's a senator. There you go.
He's basically the Lord.
He's basically the senator of Scotland.
He's like Eddard Stark is to Winterfell.
He's the Rand Paul of Scotland.
So Macbeth comes home and he lives in this like shitey cottage, right? And
he's like, I need an upgrade.
He goes out and his wife comes over to him and like they don't even say hello.
Lady Macbeth don't fuck around.
Yeah, he's just like, Duncan. He's like Duncan comes. To stay the night, and she's like, and when does he leave? Not even why, like how long, how you doing? I'm glad you didn't die in battle. Like give me a son.
I'm so bored. A son would help.
Yeah, like I made tea.
They didn't make tea back then.
Didn't expect you back that soon.
Didn't expect you pouring so much blood.
How would you like your haggis?
I just caught some.
Yeah, it's in the burlap sack right now.
I put down the ceremonial pixies outside, and the haggis were attracted, and then the cage fell down, unleashed an entire platoon of Thai fighting scorpions that stung the haggis to death.
But the one thing that I always try to bear in mind when criticising stuff for not sounding like people talk is...
Good sentence.
Yeah. Not sounding like genuine conversation. It's a better way of saying it. Is what my creative writing teacher, Mr. I, that's what we called him, he always said that you shouldn't write like people talk. Like, I do a lot of ums and ahs.
Yeah, he's
that
wrong.
That should not be in a script.
No, it should.
Unless it's relevant.
I can tell you why.
You're going for some Annie Hall shit right there.
No, fuck Annie Hall, man. Fuck her right in the ass with rusty wooden Woody Allen
I really
penis.
hope that the people looking in right now can't hear us.
Maybe they can lip read. It's like, Woody Allen rusty penis. Alright. No, Big Lebowski. Big Lebowski is one of the best scripts ever written.
That's true.
And it's full of...
well, man.
Yeah,
but
that's how people talk. So it's more
that's
realistic.
Evocative of the character.
No. It's evocative of how people speak. Because then watch Fargo. Exact same thing. All the characters stumble and bump.
I forget the
Same
names.
with No Country for Old Men.
Walter in Big Lebowski does not speak like that.
No, because he's intense as hell, and we all know one crazy,
exactly.
intense motherfucker.
It's evocative of the character.
Okay, but it's then fine of every other character as well, because Philip Seymour Hoffman's character stutters and he stumbles around going, "Excuse me, sir, dude." That's because that's how people talk. Walter's a cartoon in that film, though. You'd agree?
Yeah.
Unlike everyone else, who's pretty realistic. Even the nihilists.
Even the nihilists. That film, right, is just
I'm
so
not the
good.
biggest fan of the Big Lebowski, actually. It's one of the lesser ones for me.
I'm wearing my Dude It Bites t-shirt.
That's a weird I didn't know. I wasn't trying to read it. I thought it was Monty Python, but that's just nice.
That does kind of have that.
It's a nice connection.
It is, isn't it?
But the Coen Brothers scripts are all like that. If you watch Inside Llewyn Davis, it's the exact same. People speak as people. So your writer's wrong, and they're right. Take it from the people who...
I think you shouldn't give a bunch of novice writers that speech, though.
Why?
Like, it's better to give them groundwork and then to build on it. For them.
I'm completely lost.
Like, if you're teaching a group of students, right, who have never really done any creative writing other than their own.
Just shoot them in the head now.
Just shoot them in the head. Yeah, it's better to not give them, like, complex rules. Like,
I don't think it's complex.
Yeah, I think it's complex. It's difficult.
Really. I don't
it's
think
difficult.
So.
Like, you could easily ruin a character.
There's only
through
one
bad writing.
rule for writing anyway.
Don't be shit.
No, you can be as shit as you want. Look how far Willie Shakespeare got on it.
Willie, yes.
Willie, yes. Big Will Shakes.
Willie style.
Willie Shakes. Shakespeare. No, the rules should just be pretty simple. It's like character drives plot. No, character drives story. Plot doesn't drive story. If your plot drives your story, things will happen just because the plot needs it to happen. That's not good writing. That's like the one rule. That, and don't plagiarise anybody.
Don't plagiarise.
Unless you're Jack Rowling, and then you can plagiarise the shit out of everybody and just nobody cares.
Bastardize an entire language.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fucking Latin.
Fuck that guy girl, man. She turned an entire group of people into emos, and then the rest of us reverse emos had to just deal with it. It sucks being a reverse emo when everyone's an emo.
Yeah, you're very brightly coloured today. You're wearing a white shirt with a black underneath. Is that a statement?
No, I always wear this. Just because
you're saying that we're all dark on the inside.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Not the more sinister version of it. No, it's because I bought jeans finally.
We're all pretending that we're clean.
No,
but we're really. No.
No, it's not. No, it's because I bought jeans, so now I can wear blue again. That's it. Nothing special. I'm just wearing jeans today.
Normally you're all leather.
I am, but I realised that I should probably own some jeans. I don't own any.
Society's getting to you.
Not really, Mike, because I owned jeans last year also.
Whoa.
I've always
We're
owned
moving
jeans.
back to 2013, Jordan.
No. He drowned in an ambulance.
He did.
No, I just wanted some jeans, and I was in Hollister, had some money. And I was like,
fair enough.
Fucking buy that.
Fair enough.
Hollister jeans are the best jeans.
Okay.
I'm thinking of getting a job at Hollister.
So,
by the way, I never once got to finish my fucking short story. And
what
that
short
was
story?
Not short story, my short film, and that was over 20
Oh,
minutes.
yeah, well, I was about to say, I didn't get to finish talking about
I'll
what
get
my
to
mum
that.
said.
Oh man, there's so many tangents. I'll finish this, and then you finish what Dolla Taylor said.
Okay.
So, I've got a short premise for a film, and it's where you'd have a young couple, they're in a car, and then it breaks down behind this coach. And the coach is just stopped, and they're sunny, so I can't shoot this now. I would have to wait till there's sun.
Right.
But I was ready to shoot it, I just didn't get around to it. So they get out of the car, and they knock on the coach, and a guy. Okay. A guy comes in, and he's like he's a little rotund man. He's got glasses. He's bald, and he's got what's it called? No, not a notepad. The cardboard notepad.
The clipboard.
There you go. And he's got a clipboard. And it turns out, Mike, out that it's Brendan from Coach Trip.
Whoa.
And he's just like, all right, campers. He's doing that Brendan voice.
I forget his name.
His name's Brendan.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Brendan from Coach Trip gets out of the coach, and then he's like...
Is his name in the film not Brendan?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about the actor.
I don't know. He's not an actor, Mike. He's a real coach dick. On Coach Trip. The Channel 4...
Oh, I haven't... sorry, I thought you were talking about Road Trip.
No, fuck Road Trip.
I don't know Coach Trip.
You don't know Coach Trip?
No.
People
I know of it.
Right.
I know
Coach
of it.
Trip is stupid. It's the best.
It's where a bunch of strangers go on holiday together, isn't it?
It's great, and then they vote two of them off at the end of each episode.
Oh god,
it's great.
It's just cringe.
And Brendan's just that that guy that's his job, and then suddenly a TV show became around him. Anyway, so he gets out and he's like, how can we help you? He's like, our car's broke down. He's like, well, you can always join the coach trip, but you have to do a competition against Keith, who is from, and Keith would be the alien from Alien, the xenomorph. And then they'd be like, Keith here, where do you work? And then Keith, the alien, and I would play the alien, because I've always wanted to play the alien,
right?
Would just speak in alien, which is like, but it would be subtitled as like, I work at Dixon's. I'm really happy.
I'm chief engineer at Dyson.
I'm hoping to one day go to Thailand, but it's the alien from Alien doing this, so this giant 7-foot monstrosity. I'm like, well, we've got a challenge for you. And Keith's like, oh, I like word games and all this, and that'd be it. That'd be the entire thing, and then it would end with this couple just kind of staring at Keith, the xenomorph, being like, no, we'll just wait for AAA or something.
Why Keith? Why not Kevin?
I thought of the name when I wrote it at the time. Okay. It's easily interchangeable. But
that's true.
That's my idea for a short film.
Or Derek.
Derek. Yeah, that'd be good. I would like
Derek. I think is the funniest name.
And then you could have like a little...
sorry, Derek.
A little stinger at the end of the credits of like just the alien on a coach. Just like sitting beside these people, really bunched up, like trying to talk to them about Sudoku. There you go. That's one of my short films.
Doing a crossword.
I haven't done.
Wow, that's pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Pretty sweet.
It's not as good as Jesus and Barabbas, biblical buddies, but like, that's
totally,
going to be hard
to
top.
True. Are you need us to come out? No, I can come. Hang on, I'm pausing it. Oh. Right. So we have that gap of half a second to us was 15 minutes because we were interrupted by the plebs.
Someone who doesn't know film.
People who claim to know film.
They didn't know who they were talking to.
We famous. We celebrities.
We moose. We keep moosing daily, nightly.
You want to mess with me? I got followers. Yeah, we got 47 likes on Facebook, motherfucker.
You ain't see my herd. You were talking about Donald Taylor.
Oh, right, yeah. So I was out with my mum, and she has... last week, I think I said that she didn't listen to the podcast. Because she was just like... All my family were like, it's just that boy. Why do you never speak? And I thought that was really sweet.
I agree, but...
Are you a bit hurt?
No, because I sometimes get that feeling as well. I'm going, I'm doing a bit much talking here.
I like that. I like the dynamic.
Well, that was kind of the idea, was you just...
Facilitate.
Just going, what do you think about cockroaches? And I'd be like, we should eat them.
But then I was saying as well, like, the difference between the episodes now and the episode 1 and 2, because that's all she's listened to, are completely different. I think, I think from a productive level, we've gotten a lot better.
Maybe. Like, I was thinking, I've not had... like you in tears since the first couple episodes.
You've never had me in tears.
I think I had you there. Don't put that in front of my face.
Right,
disgusting public don't deserve to hear me.
I'm the producer.
So loud, Mike.
Fuck's sake. I've got to keep your audio levels right. Jeez.
Jesus. Right, go on.
Right, so anyway. So she was saying what she loves is listening to us talk about stuff that she knows. Like, me talking about her. Or
well, she'll like this episode because we're talking about your dad.
Well, she thought it was really funny that we don't talk about my dad.
Well, now we are. There you go,
I think
Donna.
now he's gotten a lot more screen time or like airtime than she has. But so it was really nice seeing my mum. Mm-hmm. She was telling me about my nan. And my nan died a couple of years ago from complications around Alzheimer's, I think, because Alzheimer's is never the cause of death. It brings on other things. Is that right?
No, Alzheimer's is a fucking death sentence. It shrinks your brain.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does something like that.
Well, okay. Well, she died from Alzheimer's. But so I've always quite not liked to talk about Alzheimer's because like it's not particularly pleasant. But she was quite funny, like because when I was growing up, she always had this like really like, oh, I'm sophisticated. She came from like completely working class background, right? And she always had this like, oh, I'm a sophisticated woman, I'm a proper lady, like blah blah blah. And then like she started falling into that like early stages, and that away. Like, that whole thing just went. And she was sitting in the hospital one time, and the doctor, her name was Vera, and the doctor was going around making friends. She's like, "Oh, hi Vera, how you doing? Like, do you remember me?" And she's like, "Yeah, you're the fucking dickhead." I was like, what a lady.
Alzheimer's is a bummer, man. Like, it really, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
I'll tell you a bad story I did.
Oh god.
It's to do with Alzheimer's.
Oh god. Is it bad as in sad, or bad as in, like, where we can't say that?
No, I'm gonna say it.
Fuck
everybody.
Fuck's sake. Right, okay.
And it's February this year.
See,
that's the start of like a good horror movie. It started in February.
It was a dark and stormy night.
It was the 30th of February. Dun, dun, dun.
And the clock struck 13.
And it was a 12-hour clock, not digital.
And there was a cuckoo in it, but it didn't come out.
And there was a serial killer who phoned a girl, and she went, "Who's this?" And he went, "I'm upstairs." And she hung up, and he phoned again.
And she was like, "Dad."
And she was like, "I've gotta go, kiddo, I've gotta go." And the phone rang, and the serial killer went, "I'm in the house upstairs over the boy." And she went, "It's not possible, it's not possible." And he's like, "He's gonna die." And she went, "No, 'cause I live in a bungalow." And he goes, "Wrong number." That's another short film that I've not gone into.
Wow.
I told that story to a mate of mine who is doing film in another uni, and he made a short film about like a little house that turned into a comedy, and I was like, "If you've ripped me off, I'll fucking kill you," because that story is so good. Because the funny part about that story is that serial killer is going to kill that boy, but that girl's like, "It's not my problem."
That's not my problem. Wow.
Oh, me and Alzheimer's.
Okay,
that wacky
we're
tale.
going back onto this. Right.
You didn't distract me from this story, man.
See, I was trying.
Yeah, People have tried harder and got nowhere. It's February, and me and Alex have been back for a month because we had a really nice time in Edinburgh. We picked her up when she got back for Christmas from last year, and we're just kind of settling back into being back in the house and whatever. And so February, and we go on a little date day because we have them intermittently. Well, if we're not doing it, if it was like, "I'm going to take you out on a date," and I just kind of grab her by the face and I'm like, "Let's go," and then we just leave the house.
Wow.
But it's nicer than that because replace face with hand, and it's cuter. But when you just grab a girl by the face, then it's weird.
I found, in my experience, girls don't like that when you grab them by the face.
Girl, look, I've had it up to yay high, girls. You've had your chance, and that's it.
That's really not a high place that you've held your hand.
Because I'm sitting down. If I'm really tall, that's impressive. So yeah, 6'2", 3. That's quite high. High standard.
Okay.
Stop distracting me, Mike. You're not getting away from this Alzheimer's story.
Okay, right.
Much like the disease itself, it's happening, and there's no way to get around it.
Wow.
So we go to the cinema, and I'm like, "Oh, let's go see this film." And then we get in, and we're watching Still Alice because I really like Julianne Moore. She's brilliant. She's such a great actress, and she had to replace Jodie Foster as Clarice Starling. She wasn't very good, but that's not her fault because you're not Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster's Jodie Foster. You can't be Jodie Foster if you're Julianne Moore. You're Julianne Moore. You've had to do the Lost World Jurassic Park. You're never going to be Jodie Foster. So we're watching Still Alice, and then Alex doesn't know what it's about, and I know what it's about, and I know it's going to make her cry because it's about English language, and she's like, it's not exactly literature. She's just studies the English language, and she gets Alzheimer's, and then it's fucking heartbreaking what happens to her. Like, she starts losing her grasp of language, and then it's horrible. Like, what happens to her for it is just, it's awful just seeing this really well made up person just slowly degrading, and everyone's like trying to understand her, and she can't help them understand.
It's interesting.
It's a beautiful film. It's the best film this year.
It's interesting how it takes hold of different people.
Well, here's the thing. There's a great part in it where she's saying she wishes she had cancer, because people can like kind of empathize with you with cancer, but there's no real outward symptoms of Alzheimer's. You're just kind of that's it. You're just going, because she's saying I can't describe what's happening to me because I know what I'm wanting to say and I don't have the words, and then I forget it. And Kristen Stewart's in it. She's incredible. It's heartbreaking. Still, Alice is kind of tied with Fury Road as the best film.
Okay, right.
So yeah, it's incredible. It's up there with like Fury Road and that other film I liked.
The other film you liked?
Inside Out.
You liked Inside Out?
It's beautiful. Lovely little film.
Wow, okay. Oh man, I'd really like to speak about that. But unfortunately, the episode this week is going to be a little short because...
Thanks, Obama.
Because they're doing an open day at RGU and we have been told to vacate. So
even though we've been here with other open dayers and
they were amazed by it. We have been, and they were wonderful. But anyway, what the technician says goes.
One little girl tried to throw some peanuts at me. And
right, so Jordan, very quickly, who would you like to be sponsored by this week?
I don't want to be sponsored by because they sell apparel to the worst humans alive, which are business students. So okay. Jack Jones. I've been sponsored by the indie comic that I wrote, Aquabear versus Landshark, that I will talk about next week. You didn't write that? That's a real comic.
No, I wrote
Grizzly Shark. No.
Aquabear versus Landshark.
Yeah, but there's a real one of those. It's called Grizzly Shark and Sea Bear.
God fucking damn it.
I'm not kidding you.
God fucking damn it.
Sorry.
We're going to talk about this next week.
Yeah.
Right. I have been Mike Taylor. This is my co-host.
Mike is very disappointed.
I'm so upset right now. My co-host Jordan Rogers. I'm sorry again to all our lovely viewers, but we will catch you next week.
This might be our most successful episode because it's so short.
Maybe.